What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What If Boise State Joined the Pac-12. We are in season number 2, and this is going to be game number 3, which I believe puts it at episode 19 or 20. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're continuing this series. It's weekly over on twitch.tv/ShawnosaurusRex as part of the all-new sports block. You can catch it at some point. Sports block starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and depending on the day, kind of shifts the time around. Start time around a little bit today. This one's starting a little bit late because the other stuff ran over, and I even started late on top of that. But it's all good. Boise State lost an overtime thriller to Miami University last week. Lost by 3 points, so they dropped 9 spots in the ranking. This week, as you can see, we play the UCLA Bruins in Los Angeles, California. So we'll hope to get back on the winning side of things. I knew I said it wrong, but couldn't figure out what it was. So, first up, obviously we'll check the top 25 polls. Stanford is number 1. Alabama is number 2. Oklahoma, South Carolina, Oklahoma State, Auburn, Texas A&M, USC, Mississippi State, Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Florida State, Penn State, Nebraska, Arizona, Boise State, number 19 now, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Washington, and Oregon. Additional info: dropped out TCU, Nevada, NC State. Others receiving votes are North Carolina, Nevada, Miami University, the team that beat us, LSU, TCU, and UCF. So a couple of the schools that dropped out still receiving votes, but not obviously enough to get or remain in the coaches poll. Not going to worry about the conference standings just yet. We'll check them starting next week. Pac-12 typically starts in like week 4. We just happen to be starting in week number 3. Boise State 1-1 taking on UCLA in LA, 0-1. And with this series, we just enjoy the games. Don't worry about playing in them. Just make sure that we're commentating. This is the most professional I try to be on stream. Commentating. This and the mascot madnesses I try to take very seriously. Very seriously. So, we'll get started here in just a moment. I feel like that was a quick intro, which means I probably missed something. Last week's game, unbelievable finish. We've had unbelievable finishes in the recent football games played on Twitch and here on YouTube. So be sure to check out the Washington State Dynasty that posts Tuesday nights. You can check out this Dynasty that posts on Saturday evenings. This is part of the fun, part of the stuff that I enjoy doing. Consolidate it all into a sports block. That way, if you like sports, you can check it out. If you don't like sports, you don't have to worry about it. So there you go. Boise State, Boise State and UCLA kicking off here in just a moment. This is ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/ShawnosaurusRex. Love the UCLA blue and gold. Huge fan of it. It's playing in the Rose Bowl. This is where the Pac-12 championship game does take place. Gonna hone in on Paul Smith, 6'2", 178-pound senior from Huntington Park. Looks like he's a defensive player. They probably could, use some sort of descriptor of what position he plays. So, Boise State heads will win the toss. They will kick, so they'll get the ball first in the second half. Boise State won against Michigan State on a kind of a weird game. Their defense played pretty well. Their offense was a little sporadic. Really relied on chunk plays through the air to maintain drives, maintain in air quotes, just to get themselves in field goal range. But the longer drives weren't really there. Last week, they just didn't put the game away. Their defense gave up a bunch of points, 10 points in the fourth quarter, and then let the go-ahead score happen in overtime number 1 after their offense failed to do anything. And here, we'll see the defense give up a first down immediately to the 42-yard line, 43-yard line, first down and 10, as UCLA gets off to a good start. All kinds of time in the pocket for the UCLA quarterback. You see there, no pressure whatsoever. One of the guys down on the ground. That's not what you want to see. Good tackle there, though, for Boise State. So first down and 10. It was first down and 10. Now it is first down and 10 again from the 43-yard line. They got to get to the 48, the other 48. Nice option play there. Boise State reads it very well. Stays home. Pushes him back inside. Loss of 1. Second down and 11. Single back set. 2 receivers to the top side of the screen. And that is going to be a penalty flag. They're going to call it offsides on Boise State. So that'll be a free 5-yard second down and 6 from their own 46 coming up.
Still second down.
So Boise State, bad defensive play, gave up the first down. Good defensive play, bad defensive play. Maybe this one's a good one. Handoff, bottled it up. Well defended there. Loss of 2 on the play, so third down and 8. Hall just had nowhere to go. They really made sure that they honed in on that run. Little pistol formation. 2 receivers, bottom side of your screen. They're going to hand it off again. And it's almost good enough for a first down. 6 yards, but it is not the 8 yards that they need. If they had just flipped those 2 run plays, they would have had a first down. 4th and 2, and they are going to go for it. I am surprised at this. I formation. Goal line set. Boise State cannot stop it. They'll get to the 47-yard line. They'll get the first down. They made contact, but he just had the momentum to fall forward. So we could be looking at a little momentum gaining in the run game. Off the right side. That's a big 6-yard gain up to the 40-yard line. UCLA starting to churn it a little bit. Boise State did a good job of stopping him initially, but they have had some room to maneuver over the last couple of plays. Again, the pistol formation. Motions a tight end across. Hand off again. That time he is met in the backfield. Driven back for a loss of 2.
Third down.
2 receivers, bottom side of your screen. Single back set. Looks like it's going to be a run. Oh no, it's a pass. Usually when the quarterback pats the rear like that, he's directing the traffic for the run game. There is the Bruin, part of March Mascot and September Mascot Madness. March Mascot Madness is tipping off this Thursday. If you're watching this on YouTube. A week from Thursday, if you're watching this on Twitch, tips off March 4th. As we have a flag down. 2 p.m. Pacific time. Twitch.tv/ShaunaSourceRex. Fill out your bracket now. Challenge.com/MMM2021. That's MMM2021, the numbers. And 3 M's for March Mascot Madness. Should be doing more ad reads like that during the sporting events. First down and 19 after the hold, so they are all the way back to the 44 or so. Second down and 18 now. So Boise State getting a good break there. Big push back. So second down and 18 from the 48. Handoff again, nowhere to go. Third down and 18. So UCLA got one holding penalty and just said, you know what, we'll just run it. 3rd down and 18. Single back set. 2 receivers, top side of the screen. Boise State's going to bring 4. And he was winding up to make a deep throw and just couldn't get it off as quickly as he needed to. So he'll be sacked back at the 50. It'll be 4th down and 24. Depending on where they spot that ball, they may even be on their own side of the field. Good drive there for UCLA early, but one penalty killed it, and it is 4th and 24. That drive did take a lot of time off the clock. We are down to 1 minute and 20 seconds here in the first quarter with a running clock. Kick is away from the 43-yard line. They will not receive it. They'll instead just watch it go over their heads into the end zone for a touchback. So 1 minute and 6 seconds, we finally get to see the Boise State offense on the field. 2 receivers, top and bottom of the formation. Drops back to pass, and he will get sacked on the first play of the game, back down to a 2nd 18, 8-yard loss. Nice defense there by UCLA. 91 just cruised his way through to get the quarterback. Looked like he was winded up for a big throw there. And Manson just had nowhere to go. See how Boise State's feeling after the heartbreaking loss to Miami last week. Miami U of Ohio, not even Miami, Florida. That was a nice pass completion for 12. 3rd down and 8.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Passes out, or 3rd down and 6, excuse me. I just read the number wrong. My apologies. For some reason, that defender just stopped. I don't know why. So running clock here on 3rd down and 6. Could see if Boise State can avoid a 3 and out. They'll run a screenplay out to the left side. That is well blocked out that way. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. So the clock will stop momentarily, I guess.
That makes it 1st and 10.
But a good job of just letting the defense over pursue. Get Manson to complete another completed pass there. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Boise State Broncos when we return. I'm assuming that they will just let this clock run out. Probably spoke too soon. 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Oh, they snapped it with 1 second remaining. A handoff to the left side. Maybe they shouldn't have snapped it at all. That will do it for the first quarter. Loss of probably 1, maybe 2 on the play. This is ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/ShaunaSaurus. We have a scoreless game. Number 19, Boise State, taking on UCLA. End of 1. So Boise State, 2nd down and 12, so it was a 2-yard loss. Fires for a 1st down there.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Nice catch there by Mayhew. So 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Boise State getting a couple of chunk plays here. Helping themselves out. Another nice catch there, and that's up to the 40-yard line or so.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Just a nice find there. Just a little crossing route from number 20. Runs it for a 1st down. Does a good job of making sure that he gets north and south as fast as possible. Finds some green. Finds a 1st down. And it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 40.5-yard line. This is the kind of methodical drive I was hoping to see from Boise State. Something that they were definitely missing in the Michigan State game. Nice 10-yard run for Clark down to the 30. Nice hurdle there right at the line of scrimmage. Broke through. Found a positive gain there. I have noticed that their running game hasn't been quite as good this year so far. Granted, it's only 2 games, but it was so dominant last year that it's kind of hard to replicate that. brand new starting running back. That obviously will take some time to get used to, but it just seems like he hasn't even really had room to maneuver. As you saw there on that play, lost a couple of yards. Play action pass is nearly intercepted. That should have been picked. Also should have been a touchdown. You need to throw a little touch under it. And I believe it was Wilson there is going to be, probably would have been gone. Now we're seeing another fourth down try here. We saw it for UCLA. We see it for Boise State. Boise State on a 4th and 2 gains about 9. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Broncos. There's what you're looking for. What we saw a little more of last year. Just a lot of room to go north and south. Really get those yards going. 3:43 remaining here, second quarter. Boise State driving. Down to the 23-yard line or so. Snaps the ball from the shotgun. Little screen play. Excellent defense there for UCLA. Just left a guy, number 94, I believe, is just there. Post Falls, Idaho. Shout out to Post Falls, Idaho. Unfortunately, Clark is injured. He'll limp off the field. Grab it at that knee. Hopefully it is not too severe. I don't know if we'll get an injury update this week or we'll have to keep an eye on that next week. But we'll see brand new running back. He'll get his first carry of the game. We have, I believe that's Garcia, number 38, on the handoff that time. Trips receiver set to the top side of the screen. Single back, going with a little bit of a delay. I don't like that call. I don't like that call one bit. You're bringing in a second string running back on a 3rd and 10 and running a delayed handoff. That's bad play calling. It's awful, honestly. So, the kick is up. The kick is good. Boise State gets on the board 3-0. 14-play, 58-yard drive took 3.5 minutes off the clock. 40-yard field goal is good by Hale. And we are down to 2:36 in this game already. And each team has only had the ball one time. Nice hit right at the 25-yard line. So that's where UCLA will set up shop for their second possession of the first half, which is a very weird statement. UCLA, without that holding penalty last time, actually looked pretty good. Pitch out to the right side. Nothing doing there. 2nd down and 12 after the loss of 2. Snaps the ball, deep drop. Finds a man on the right-hand side. There's an 11-yard gain there. Or 12. He was wide open, just to run up, turn around, and I'll throw you the ball. Got up to about the 35-yard line there. We'll set up a very, very short 3rd down, 3rd and 1. 3rd and extremely manageable. Looks like it's actually about 1.5 yards. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Boise State looking like they're going to bring a lot of pressure here. Try to clog up that hole. They will do that successfully. It'll be 4th down and 1. Boise State will take a timeout. Timeout. With 1:44 remaining in the second quarter. Kicks the ball away. They'll field it at the 15-yard line up to the 25. Boise State's special teams have not really given Wilson a ton of room to run. So that's that 10 yards seems about par for the course. So 5 receiver, empty backfield set, and that pass is just dropped. 2nd down and 10. Boise State 2 timeouts, 1 minute and 34 seconds to work with here. Their second possession. Did a good job getting UCLA off the field to give themselves an opportunity. They can double dip. They get the ball immediately after the second half. Float pass over the middle for nothing. Wasn't going to get much anyway, so it's probably actually better that that was an incomplete pass. That was like maybe a 3-yard gain. There's a big play for Boise State, Tripped up near the 48-yard line. Hurry up offense. Clock stops while the chains are reset. Trick receivers to the bottom of your screen. Tried to wind up for a big throw, but he got sacked for a 7-yard loss. This is where you need to take a timeout, Boise State. What are you doing? That's a timeout. Pass over the middle is incomplete, so 3rd down and 17 here. 1:03 remaining. Now UCLA in the back of their head. Get off the field. We have 3 timeouts. We have enough time to at least try to get a field goal, maybe more. 3rd down and 17 coming up. That is nearly intercepted. That's the kind of throw he needed to throw on the previous possession when it nearly got picked off. So with 58 seconds remaining, UCLA, all 3 of their timeouts. The kick is away. 3-0. Fielded at the 10, up to the 20, met at the 23, and taken down just as quickly as possible. So, 48 seconds. 3 timeouts. Come out with extra protection. 4 receiver, or 4 linemen, excuse me. Pass out to the left. Incomplete. Little delayed handoff there. It's an interesting call. Boise State will take a timeout. Down to 1. UCLA, not interesting calls here. That'll be another run play. Boise State will take another timeout. So with 36 seconds, Boise State's going to get the ball back. That was a wasted possession from UCLA. I don't know what they were thinking. It was very bad. So he'll get up to the 30. So 30 seconds on the clock. Wilson doesn't really have a whole lot of room to run. He never really does. Ball is snapped. Screen play off to the right side. Nothing doing there. Clock is moving. 2nd down and 5. Probably not a great play call there. Oh, that's a completed pass off to the left side. He is going to be all the way in for the score. Wow. That is a fascinating development. Screenplay didn't do a whole lot. Number 21 just kind of hung out in his zone and let 82 Mayhew just free down the left-hand side. 19 tried to get him, but nothing doing there. Wow. So with 10 seconds, Boise State scores a huge touchdown, and it is 9-0. Extra point pending here. It is good. So 2 plays, 70 yards, 19 seconds. Manson to Mayhew for 65 yards and a touchdown. And again, the Broncos getting the ball after first after halftime. And that will do it.
At the end of the first half, our score, Boise State 10, UCLA nothing.
So Boise State leads 10-0 here. UCLA's had the one good drive, but not a whole lot else going on. My nose. Kick is away, halfway deep of the end zone. Nothing doing there. Here's our game track. It was a very important sack for the Boise State Broncos. UCLA came back and said, any sack you can sack, we can sack better. To the tone of 2 of them. That guy just looks confused. All right, then. Single back set. 3 receivers, bottom side of your screen. Well, 2 and a tight end. Nice block there. Oh, nearly picked. That was a nice athletic deflection. Bring that in. Take it to the house, man. Second down and 10 from the 20. Again, using that motion, play action pass, float over the top, tipped and incomplete. So Boise State coming out with back-to-back incomplete passes. It appears that Clark is still out. So maybe that's why they haven't really been running the ball, though I don't think that a non-stop throwing attack from Boise State is going to be a very good idea. Give him the rock, see what he can do. That'll be a first down at the the Boise State, 45-yard line. Hit as the throw was leaving his hand. I believe is Utley. Okay. I don't know, sometimes the games just get like weirdly frozen. That play was blown up at the line of scrimmage. They were lucky to get a yard on that. Garcia just had nowhere to go. That wasn't his fault. That was a better defensive play call than it was an offensive play call. But they'll give him a yard. Trips receiver set to the bottom of your screen. Bounce out left. Still just not a whole lot going for him. So we're looking at a 3rd down and 8. Drops back to pass. Lots of time. Ooh, that's intercepted. What a wow. I don't even know how to talk. That is going to go all the way back for a pick 6. That is exactly what UCLA needed. A fantastic break on the ball and just an excellent snag there. He telegraphed that throw the whole time. Wilson stood there waiting. Just not a smart throw at all. Wilson stood there waiting. He stood there waiting. Quarterback said, "Oh, look, an open receiver." And then that man said, "No. No, there's not. No." UCLA all of a sudden right back in the game. Not that they were ever out of it, but we're definitely in danger of becoming out of the game. Fielded in the end zone, and they'll take a knee. So Boise State starting their second drive of the second half immediately after a pick 6. Will come out in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers top side and bottom side of your screen. Now it's 3 receivers to the bottom after the motion. 4 down lineman rush for UCLA and a quick pass to Mayhew. 10 of 18 passing, 172 yards, has the interception. And the touchdown. A lot of those 178 yards coming on that 65-yard pass. Trying to find some room on the left side. There's just enough room. Just enough room to get a 1st and 10. Buster busting some dance moves. Shotgun formation.
Brooks with the catch. Sack brings him down at the 38-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Clock ticks under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 2, offset I formation. Short drop. Nice little pass out to the left side. Blown up out of bounds. But it'll be enough for a first down. It was a quick pass. I like that decision right there. Just get it out to him as quickly as possible. You don't have a long way to go. Who's that, Jefferson? Get the first down. Just keep it moving. As the clock continues to tick here. Fires over to the left side. That is on the sideline. Looks like it's going to be a catch. Nice grab out there by number 20. He has been playing very well so far this season. They keep cutting away from his name. So I thank you, game. I appreciate it. So first down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Fires it over the right side, and that is a touchdown to Mayhew. Wow. Manson to Mayhew just wide open. Not exactly sure what happened on the UCLA defensive side there, but it's like a busted coverage. Nobody should be that wide open, that close to the end zone. UCLA got back in it. Boise State pushed the lead back out to 10. So 17-7. And we'll finally get to see, after this 6-play, 81-yard drive, Manson to Mayhew, 34 yards of it, minute 16 off the clock. We will finally get to see the UCLA offense coming onto the field in the second half. Fielded at the goal line up to the 20. Finds a little bit of a crease up to the 25. Slips a tackle up to the 30, and it finally is brought down. That is a fantastic return for number 23. I believe that's Hall. Nice missed tackle there. Or a nice broken tackle, I should say. Yeah, I don't think you would ever compliment a missed tackle as, hey, nice missed tackle, in a serious way. You'd probably say it sarcastically. So 17-7 here. 3-yard gain for UCLA on their first play from scrimmage this half. Find themselves with 7 more points than the last time they were on the field. Drops back to pass. Finds a guy over to his left. Met at right about the first down marker. It was a nice play by Boise State to stop him just a smidge short. And boy, is it a smidge. Third down and inches coming up. They'll hand it to the tailback. The tailback will have, unfortunately for him, nowhere to go. That'll be a loss of 2. They'll call it 4th and 1. It's going to be a 4th and a long one. They will punt the ball. Interesting call here. Getting down to the end of the third quarter. I would have gone for it. You've had success in the passing game. Maybe bait him with a play action pass. See if you can get something. But I don't know. I know your defense has a pick 6, but they've also given up 2 long bombs, and they won't give up a third because that is an interception. Into the waiting arms of a UCLA defender who will run it all the way back to the 50-yard line. And just like that, UCLA is in business. Every time he's thrown a touchdown, he's thrown an interception. That would be on consecutive possessions. Touchdown with 10 seconds left. Interception the next drive. Touchdown, and now an interception. Number 19, though, nice over-the-shoulder catch. Bounces off a tackle at the 50. Gains 5 yards after it. So Hall starting to get those legs moving a little bit after the nice return on the kickoff. Finding a little bit of room there on the right side. Under a minute to go, third quarter. UCLA felt like they were kind of dead in the water there for a minute, and then a couple interceptions have really helped them stay in this game. So the defense doing a lot of the work for the UCLA Bruins. Maybe feel like they have to do too much work to keep their whole team in the game. No gain on third down. Pistol formation again. UCLA's been liking that today. Fires over the middle. That is a wide open receiver. He will dive and he'll miss. It is a touchdown for UCLA. Like I said on the last drive, had success through the passing game. And this time they proved me right by finding a wide open receiver for a big touchdown. That's, 45 yards? And cuts the lead down to 3. So this is back-to-back weeks where UCLA's definitely felt in control of the game, and it's starting to slip away from them. We'll see what their next drive amounts to. The kick is up. The kick is good. So 17-14 here. 44-yard touchdown pass. 3 plays, 49 yards, 51 seconds. Takes a knee. 3 yards deep in the Bruins end zone. Or zone end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. We'll see if this is the final play of the third quarter. Very tight formation here. Offset I. Kind of a run. Not a kind of. It's a run. There is a second down and 7 coming up. 4. That'll be the end of the third quarter. So, UCLA scores twice. Boise State scores once. The lead down to 3. 17-14 is your score. 19th ranked Boise State holding on. They have the ball. Can they milk the clock out? Find out after the break. All right, welcome back. For whatever reason, the fourth quarter seems to be the lighting problem quarter. It'll get fixed, but it takes a couple of plays. There's Manson's stat line, 15-24. Was that 254 yards? 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And a first down pass on that up to the 35-yard line. Hand it off, run it right up the gut. That's good for 9. Second down and 1 is next. UCLA's defense just needs one stop. One stop. Their offense has shown a little bit of life. Just remember that first drive that UCLA was on took up a lot of time off the clock and was only stopped because of a penalty. All kinds of action in the backfield, but a nice move there. Look at how many defenders are in the backfield, and he still found a nice crease there to pick up a first down. So, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Maybe both offenses are just waking up together. Finds a little room off the right side. Picks up 4. Second down and 6. You're going to start running the clock down with 3:50 left. Short drop, floats pass out to the left side to the running back. It's a nice catch. So Garcia looking good here. Coming in injured for the injured Clark. 3rd down and 4. Big play here. UCLA can force a punt or a long field goal try. Boise State can extend the drive. They're going to get a free play. It's going to be 5 yards either way. I think he might have gotten pushed forward for the first down anyway. Oh, Sapp getting called for it. Oh, that's a huge penalty on UCLA. Oh, no. So the free 5 yards will give UCLA a first, or Boise State, will give, nope. Let me rewind that. The free 5 yards will give Boise State the first down. But a nice defensive play there to stop the running back in the backfield. Create 2nd and 11 from the 35-yard line. And they are genuinely milking this clock down. They really are doing this. This is happening. Snap at 2. Looks, throws, fires up over the top. That's picked. Boise State with a terrible throw into double coverage. Manson has thrown 3 interceptions now. He just kind of hung out, number 21 back there. Loving Charles Woodson, apparently. But he just kind of stayed in the area. Nice pick. Boise State. Why are you throwing the ball if you're trying to run the clock out? That is a terrible play. That was caught. They're going to call that a reception. It is 2nd down and 16. Would have been better to literally just drop the ball. Just bat it down. That was a blown up screen play that goes for a loss of 6. Fires over the middle. Finds a receiver. Picks up 4. They'll give him 5. 3rd down and 11 coming right up here. They're working with a fast-paced offense. Hurry-up offense is what people call it in normal sporting terms. Now, UCLA does not have to score here. They've done a good job at creating turnovers, or takeaways, rather. That is a bomb down the left sideline. He is not going to get caught. Touchdown, UCLA. I was in the middle of saying that they don't actually have to score here because they have 3 touchdowns, or 3 timeouts, excuse me, and their defense has played very well to get turnovers. UCLA said, you know what, we don't want to worry about the timeout situation. We're going to just bomb it down the left-hand side of the field. We're going to score a touchdown. UCLA roaring all the way back. Three plays, 83 yards, 45 seconds off the clock. That pass was on a 3rd and 12 for 85 yards. So we'll see what Boise State can do here to answer. Is Coach Sean going to even make it through the season? Because he was an idiot and he put on coaching contracts. Here's the game track. Big plays from UCLA's defense to keep them in this game. 3 interceptions on the day. Manson not helping his team out. Doesn't want to hear it from me. Stop throwing in interceptions, forehead. And the guy's like, yeah, I know. I get it. 15 for 25, 254, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Now he's going to have to come out and engineer a game-winning drive with 1:37 on the clock and all 3 timeouts. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set. Throws out to the right. Picks up 5. Hurry up offense here. Short gains aren't going to do it. Almost got him to go across again. Work some motion out there. Standing, firing. That was a long time to stand in the pocket for a 5-yard gain. 5 yards is enough for the 1st down. Trips receiver set to the bottom of your screen. Bombing it down the right-hand side. Oh my gosh, Wilson is wide open. They're not going to catch him. That's a touchdown. Huge plays back to back here. Ginormous bomb from Manson to Wilson. I don't know how Wilson got behind that defender, but not a great defense for UCLA, who got the lead and then subsequently immediately gave it away. 23-21. Boise State's extra point after I punch the microphone is good. That's it. 3 plays, 81 yards, 70-yard touchdown from Manson to Wilson. 30 seconds off the clock. We're not done yet. UCLA still has 3 timeouts and has some explosiveness on the offensive side of the ball and with the return game. So with 1:04, they'll take over from about the 25-yard line. We're going to look at Eddie Little here. No field goals yet, but it could come down to his leg. Actually, they'll mark him at the 27-yard line. Throws over the middle. That should have, or over to the sideline, excuse me. That should have been picked. We have seen a lot of those in this game in particular, NCAA Football 12. Just as far as those float passes over the top, or over to the sideline, are so dangerous because, oh my goodness, he got sacked. UCLA is going to smartly take a timeout. It is 3rd down and 18. The defenders have so much time to get over to that area and just pick it off like that. It's another bad play. So it's going to be 4th down and 14 here. UCLA just didn't have anywhere to go with the football. Boise State doing a good job closing in, not letting them scramble around. Looks like they might be bringing extra pressure. They'll back off. They'll only rush 3. Float pass is up over the top at the 50. He's free and clear. Somehow somebody got contacted. That's another touchdown. I don't know what's happening. I genuinely have no idea what's going on. Somebody, I think, got a weird block animation in there, and it slowed one of the defenders down. We'll take a look at the replay here. There's a float pass. Yeah, number 25. Looked like he might have been able to get him. So Boise State, another big bomb down the field. And that one goes for 6. It's 27-24 with 41 seconds remaining. Bum, 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 bum. 77-yard touchdown pass, 4 plays, 73 yards. That was on a 3rd and 14. Or 4th and 14, excuse me. They gave up a 74-yard touchdown pass. All right. Kick is away. Boise State. 3 yards in the end zone. He's going to actually take it out. That seems like a questionable call. He runs a little time off the clock, but not too bad. 37 seconds. 3 timeouts. Need a touchdown. Field goal does nothing. They don't even show the kicker. They're like, look, you have no say in the outcome of this game right now. Launches, winds up for a big throw. He's behind the defense yet again. Wilson. What is happening? That's a touchdown. And all of a sudden, the 4th quarter is a points explosion. Over the middle, behind the defense, Wilson catching it about the 45 and does the rest with his legs. It is 30-28. And all of a sudden, Manson has 4 touchdowns and like 500 yards. And maybe 400. I mean, that's what? 80. Oh, we didn't get the stats. That was an 80-yard drive. 1 play. All right, 31-28. I thought when the first quarter was over, I was like, man, this video is going to be really short. I think that every once in a while where I'm like, oh, this might be the short one. They'll end up being the same length because of weird things like this. That's why it's so interesting to watch, and at least in my opinion. Hopefully you're enjoying it. 31-28. A defense just needs a stop. That's a good start. UCLA, for some reason, is not calling a timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. It looks like they're going to spike it. They are going to do themselves in. You really needed to use the timeout there. 31-28 here. 3-point game. Boise State leads. 3rd down and 18 after the spiked ball from the shotgun. 4 receivers set. They brought all the pressure. They will take the timeout with 5 seconds remaining. It is 4th and 25. Boise State has no reason to bring extra pressure. They will rush 4. He's going to heave it from the end zone. That is the end of the game. Nearly intercepted, but Sullivan does a good job to just bat it down. Finally, one time a defender is step for step with a receiver. What a bizarre game. What a bizarre game. There is your final. In regulation this time, Boise State taking the victory 31-28 was 17-14, and then all of a sudden a points explosion happened. Each team scored a couple of touchdowns on long bombs. This has been ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. 19th ranked Boise State survives by 3 in LA. Here's your play of the game. It was the game-winning, what ended up being the game-winning touchdown. It's a good win for Boise State, who came off the overtime loss by 3, had control of that game, but now we're starting to kind of see how this is going to take shape. They played well against Michigan State. They did a good job. Erratic on the offensive side of the ball a little bit. The Miami game, they were in control. They had it until they didn't. 19-29, 414 yards, 4 touchdowns for Manson. He has 3 interceptions as well. I said 500 yards, 400 makes way more sense. This game, again, feels like a game where they have control over it, and then they just kind of let it slip away. Throws like that are not great. That was early in the game. They looked like they wanted to run the clock out in the fourth quarter, but then they elected to throw the ball. It ended up being intercepted. It went for a touchdown. Interesting kind of oddball play calls that don't really seem to mesh with what the game seemed like it wanted Boise State to do. Just run the clock out, you have the lead, win the game. Instead, they made it way more complicated on themselves, which we saw in the Oregon State game last year. But Boise State will get off to a 1-0 record in Pac-12 play with a victory in Los Angeles. So we take a look at the highlights here. There's your play of the game. Somehow that wasn't a tackle animation, by the way. Looked like his hand was like going through his leg. Hopefully get some good pictures here. Ooh, that's a good one. That one's not good. That one's not good. That one also not good. That guy didn't even, he blinked. Alright, well at least we got one of them. Okay, time to remember to turn my controller on. We're going to pop down to game stats here. We'll take a look at the scoring summary. Because there were 4 touchdowns scored in the fourth quarter. Not only were there 4 touchdowns scored in the fourth quarter, they were all scored with less than a minute and 37 seconds to go. Weird. Oh, you can look at the replay. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. What we do want to look at, though, are the player stats. Manson was 19-29, as you saw. 414 through the air. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Garcia had 10 attempts for 38 yards. Clark, 4 for 16. Manson, 2 for -15. And Whitmore, 1 for -1. Receiving, Mayhew, 5 for 126. 2 touchdowns. Clark, 3 for 22. Brooks, 3 for 41. Utley, 2 for 46. Wilson, 2 for 149, which is an average of 74.5 yards a catch. All right. 2 touchdowns, long of 79. Carter, 1 for 5. Smith, 1 for 12. Jefferson, 1 for 8. Garcia, 1 for 5. And then defensively, we'll take a look at these sacks here. 2 for Bryant, 1 for Branch, 1 for Abrams, and then no interceptions for the Boise State Broncos. So a great game there. I don't know if there's a way to look at injury news. Might have to take a look at that. I'm curious to see what is going on with Clark, as he started this game, but did not make it all the way through. So we had the backup running back in for the majority of the time. So he played pretty well. Didn't always have a ton of area to run, but he was able to get some nice gains here and there. All right. Is there team management maybe? Narrow Escape Broncos survive a thrilling 31-28 game against UCLA. Shouldn't have been that close, but that's fine. ESPN team management injury report. Let's see what the injury report will give us. Clark has a pulled hamstring and he will be out for 3 weeks. He is a redshirt senior. Oh no. So does this count as a week? Or is it 3 weeks from now? I'd assume it would be 3 weeks from now, which will mean he misses Arizona State, Arizona, and Cal. Number 1 Stanford coming to the blue. Oregon. Ooh. This is a good schedule. Washington State is the final game of our season. At home looking for a little revenge. Alright. Well, there you have it. We will see you next week for whatever the heck that game was. I don't remember what it was. Arizona State will be back on the blue, looking to pick up the second win in conference and the first win on the blue this season. Hey, if you like this kind of content, stick around here on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. You can also catch all the action live as part of the Tuesday Night Sports Block over on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. It begins at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And Boise State's in there somewhere. I forgot. I don't know why I said if. Boise State's in there somewhere, depending on what all is going on. Like, it might be early next week because we have the mascot stuff to get to. So could be second in line at like 4. Could be, later in the afternoon as well, or evening. Currently it's very late. So I'm going to get on out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, share it, give it a like, all that good stuff. We'll see you next week on the blue against that one team. Oh God, I just read it. I don't remember. That's okay. Just rewind the video a little bit and insert their team name here.